Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers reportedly expected to be aggressive in trade market this offseason. With the Lakers out of the playoffs after being eliminated by the Nuggets on Monday, the focus quickly turns to improving this team in the offseason. When the Lakers didn't make a move during the NBA trade deadline this season, Vice President of Basketball Operations Rob Pelinka mentioned making a much bigger and impactful movement potentially in June and July. Well, it's still a month before we reach the summer, but it seems Pelinka and the Lakers still share the sentiment that they will push to get better this offseason. Shams Charania, Jovan Buha, and Sam Amick of The Athletic reported on the current approach the Lakers will be taking heading into the summer. The Lakers are expected to be aggressive in the market, with Atlanta's Trae Young one of the more intriguing names out there. The Lakers' room could be split on him as they try to make the most of this precious time in which James and Davis are still playing at an elite level. He'll be one of many names that is expected to be discussed. The team needs backcourt help, particularly after Russell's up-and-down play against the Nuggets for a second consecutive season. His performance leaves a significant question about his likelihood to return, even with an $18.7 million player option for next season. The Lakers will be armed with 3 first-round draft picks eligible to be moved on draft night, plus tradable contracts tied to Reeves, who has strong value across the league, and Hachimura. To go in line with this, longtime NBA beat writer Mark Stein also shared some similar reporting in his newsletter on Monday, also specifically naming Trae Young. They continue to be described by rival executives as a team to watch as a potential trade suitor for Atlanta's Trae Young, although other trade targets could well surface in coming weeks, and with much for management to sort out on the coaching and James fronts before the offseason trade market is likely to fully crystallize. The turnover in Los Angeles is always high, and with Darvin Ham's job reportedly in serious peril, it appears the Lakers may look drastically different next year. So many changes might feel exhausting, but at the end of the day, this team didn't get the job done. There's plenty of blame to go around regarding why the Lakers failed to go far this season, from the coaching to the players and even the roster construction itself. This season wasn't a disaster by any stretch, but it's clear the current team can't run it back and expect a better result. They need to close the gap between themselves and the elite in the West, like Denver, and to do that, new players will need to come in. We'll have to wait and see whether that improvement comes from making a trade for a big star like Young or finding better rotation players. Still, the Lakers have a lot of flexibility, and Pelinka and the organization have to get this right. And there's a lot to get right, like ensuring LeBron James returns, making a coaching decision, and picking the right player or players to pair with LeBron and Anthony Davis to give them one more shot at a title before Father Time closes that window himself. Paul Pierce pinpoints this former All-NBA player as an ideal Lakers target. The Los Angeles Lakers crashed out of the NBA playoffs on Monday, losing to the Denver Nuggets in 5 games. As they head into the offseason, numerous questions surround what changes need to be made to the current roster. Darvin Ham's future is in question, LeBron James has refused to commit his future to the franchise, and there are numerous contract decisions to be made. On top of all those decisions, Rob Pelinka must figure out how to improve the current team. Boston Celtics legend Paul Pierce believes there is a simple way for the Lakers to elevate their current roster heading into next season. He sees Donovan Mitchell as the ideal addition. Mitchell will enter the final guaranteed year of his contract next season. He's consistently avoided verbally committing his future to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Currently, there is no contract extension in place. As such, Mitchell's future has become an open question with fans around the league. When factoring in Mitchell's scoring, playmaking and fierce will to win, he is the ideal addition to the Lakers. He would provide them with some flair, pace, and killer instinct at the guard position. He could thrive next to LeBron and Anthony Davis or as the team's new lead star. Striking a deal for Mitchell wouldn't be easy. The Cavaliers would certainly expect a significant return in any potential trade. However, the Lakers need to be bold in their decision-making. Mitchell would be a major signal of intent from the front office. They need a move like this to get their fan base back on side after a disappointing season. The Lakers will undoubtedly make moves. Whether Pelinka has Mitchell at the top of his list will remain to be seen. Magic Johnson sounds alarm on Lakers, we have a problem. Los Angeles, we have a problem. At least that's what Lakers legend Magic Johnson believes, as he made the case that the team has issues in a series of posts on X on Tuesday after his beloved team was knocked out of the NBA playoffs by the Nuggets. The Lakers lost the first 3 games of the series before they staved off a sweep with a Game 4 win, but the final nail in the coffin came Monday night in a 108-106 loss in Game 5. Laker Nation, we have a problem, Johnson wrote. All the good teams in the West are young and talented, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Thunder, and the Mavs. And the biggest elephant in the room is the Spurs, who with Victor Wembanyama, will definitely be a playoff team next season. For the Lakers to compete with all these teams, the roster must improve. Los Angeles is certainly at a crossroads after the quick playoff elimination, which needed the team to win in the play-in round just to qualify for the first round. Superstar LeBron James said he was undecided about his future with the Lakers, and there are questions about the job security of head coach Darvin Ham. The Lakers have nobody but themselves to blame, Johnson continued in another post. They wouldn't have been in the play-in game or finished as a 7th seed this season if they hadn't lost too many games because of load management. He added, and the number one reason the Lakers can't beat Denver in a 7-game series is because the Nuggets are mentally and physically tougher than the Lakers. There were some flaws with the second half of Johnson's reasoning, specifically about the load management aspect of it. While it has become a very popular concept to criticize in the NBA, the Lakers may not have been as guilty of it as Johnson makes it out to be. James had been dealing with a nagging ankle injury after the All-Star break, but he missed only 3 games after March 1, and Anthony Davis only missed 2 games during that stretch. And when one looks at the team's roster, the Lakers had 6 players appear in at least 70 games during the regular season. As is usually the case, social media users were quick to criticize Johnson for his take on load management. Regardless, there are issues ahead for Los Angeles that will need to be addressed before the 2024-25 season begins. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Magic Johnson? Leave your opinion in the comments.